Like, I reckon if you was to check most people's chat history, myself included in this, my chatty knows everything about what's going on.
I'm of the opinion that if I ever start using AI for that reason, I've lost the fucking plot. I'm afraid.
I lost the plot a long time ago. I'm just going to own it. But it is, because again, it's there to, and again, it's having that awareness to be able to go, right, it's good to think about it. It's
good
but
to a point.
It doesn't mean it's gospel. It doesn't mean that that's the answer. The same way, as much as we bang on about like investing in your mentors, you have to know, like, how many times do we disagree with our own mentor? Still absolutely fucking love him, worship the ground that he walks on. Sometimes though, he's not right.
No.
Because we know more about what we're doing. But that doesn't mean he's any less valuable to us.
No, it doesn't mean we don't respect his opinion. We don't know. And basically we know with the information he's got on that topic, subject, whatever, that's the best information he can give regarding that.
Yep.
And sometimes that's enough and sometimes it's not. And we just figure that out between us, don't we?
Yep. But it all comes down to, no matter who you're using or what you're using,
staying true to yourself.
Yeah, you have to know so much more about it, because even when I'm using, because I use ChatGPT a lot to strategically think with, because nobody else is up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So on there bouncing ideas off of, and every time it kicks back at something, I'm like, well, actually, I'm either going to agree or disagree with you. And if I agree with you, I'm like, well, actually, can you disagree with me for a moment and let me just play it out that way? And it's like, oh yeah, let me do this. Because I'm like, yeah, you've even admitted that you've just told me what I wanted to hear.
Do you know what the danger of this as well is? That if there is a different opinion from AI, that we chuck everything in the bin and we start again because they've said.
Yep.
Like, he hasn't agreed, let's call it he hasn't agreed, thinks it's a shit idea. I don't know whether it would actually say that because I don't know. And therefore I've got to start again. And I literally need to, or he's suggested this could be a good idea, so I'm going to include that now, when that was never on that person's radar. That was never it just wasn't there before, and suddenly we think it's a good idea because Chatty said.
Yeah, this depends on how you're using it. Depends on how, kind of like what questions you're asking, because I suppose, and again, it's hard because I don't use it that way, but I would imagine there is a high percentage of people out there going, what should I do? Yeah. Here's my predicament. What should I do? And then that AI will give you an answer based on either your history with it, so what it thinks it knows about you, and again, it can get it wrong. So I'm using AI at the moment to help me write my. So I've got to submit an annual review for Clay for his home education year to the council, and it's a good starting point. Starting point. But even that's got confused because I've used it for other stuff in there, and it's blending stuff I've talked about with Hudson into Clay's one, and I'm like, you've gone off on a tangent here using information that I haven't asked you to use. But because at least I know it, I'm like, right, I will ignore that and I'll tell it off and like, stop being a twat. Don't use that. Use this.
It sounds like a child you need to keep on top of.
It is.
Fair, to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of hard work.
Yeah. And like I say, it's an easy distraction for a lot of people, I think. And it's all very, very dependent on how confident you are in yourself, how much knowledge you have, because I think I saw something recently as well that even 2 years ago, there was a big thing about, it's all about the quality of the prompts that you put in. It's the prompts. That's the only thing that's going to get you a good result. And now it's moved on again, as it would. And it's all about, well, actually, how much information does it know about you? And how much do you know about the information that you're putting in? Because you need to look at it the same way, like you and I having a conversation. It's like, well, actually, I'm going to disagree on some things. And here's the reason why I disagree. What do you think? And have that two-way conversation rather than you just agreeing with me.
Yeah, and I know it has got a lot of positive points. The thing that I'm taking from all of this, really, with someone who doesn't really use it, is it where we want it to create clarity, it can actually create more confusion.
Yep.
And get you stuck in that loop of going, I've come to you for the answer. Like, what should I do with my business? What do I need to change? What do I need to leave? I don't know what kind of questions you might ask it, but you guys out there, if you use it, you'll know. And then it goes, oh, you could do this, or you could do that, or blah, blah, blah. And like you say, because based on those factors, it might not have enough information. It might be pulling other stuff in. You end up going, well, I'm even more overwhelmed now.
Yep.
And I'll keep going around in this loop of never making a decision anyway. So I've looked on social media, I've looked on YouTube, I've asked Chatty, and you're even in a worse position than when you started. And this is what concerns me, is that it actually creates more confusion.